Welcome to Marcus Aurelius Way. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and leave a comment below. Have you ever wondered what people regret the most? It's not the words they've heard, it's the silence they never saw coming. They thought you'd always be there, that no matter how many times they pushed you away, you'd keep coming back. They took your feelings for granted, assuming they could lose you and still find their way back. They walked away, expecting you to chase them, to beg, to break first. But there was one thing they never expected: your silence. Because silence is the one thing they can't control. When you stop explaining, stop arguing, stop proving your worth, you take away all their power. They expect anger, they expect accusations, they expect something. But instead, they're left with the one thing they fear most: their own reflection. At first, they tell themselves, you just need time. They wait, they watch, they hope you'll reach out. Then it hits them. Your silence isn't a game, it's a decision. And that's when their ego begins to crack. Because silence doesn't feed the ego, it starves it. It forces them to face a truth they never wanted to admit. Maybe you weren't the weak one. Maybe they were the ones being tolerated. And maybe, just maybe, they were the ones who truly lost. They thought leaving you would break you, but in reality, it's your silence that's breaking them. Doubt starts creeping in, slow, agonizing, poisonous. They check your social media, reread old messages, replay every moment, desperate to understand what they never appreciated when they had it. They wanted you to chase them, because as long as you did, they never had to feel the loss. But now, they realize, you're not chasing them, you're replacing them. This isn't a mind game, this isn't revenge. This is simply giving them exactly what they gave you, nothing. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. In this video, I'll break down why silence is the ultimate power move, the psychological stages they go through when you stay silent, and most importantly, how to use silence not just to shift their perception of you, but to rebuild your own self-worth. Before we dive in, if you believe in spreading Stoic philosophy, if you enjoy this content, comment 1 below, and if there's room for improvement, comment 2. I'm always looking to grow. Have you ever wondered if your silence truly makes a difference? By the end of this video, you'll understand why it's the most powerful weapon you've ever had. Let's begin. Reason number 1, why silence hurts more than words. Silence is the one thing the human mind can't ignore. Words? They can be debated, dismissed, twisted. But silence? It forces a person to confront their own thoughts. And that's when the real battle begins. When someone expects you to chase them, your silence doesn't just confuse them, it hurts. Because deep down, they never truly wanted to leave. They just wanted to feel important enough to provoke a reaction. They expected anger. They expected long explanations. They expected one last fight, proof that they still mattered. But what they never expected was nothing at all. The power of silence lies in what it doesn't give them: no closure, no comfort, no reassurance that they're still in control. It creates a void in their mind, a void only they can fill. And the problem? The human mind is ruthless when left alone. At first, they convince themselves you're just playing hard to get. You're waiting by your phone, right? You're just testing them, right? But as days turn into weeks, your silence starts whispering terrifying thoughts into their mind. What if this isn't a game? What if you've actually moved on? What if you just don't care anymore? That doubt becomes a slow poison. And the worst part, they're doing it to themselves. Because sometimes the most painful thing isn't losing someone, It's realizing that person has already lost you. The Stoic perspective on silence. The ancient Stoics believed true power doesn't lie in what you say, but in what you choose not to say. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Silence is a lesson learned from the many sufferings of life." Your silence is teaching them a lesson, one their ego was never prepared for. You no longer suffer for someone who was never willing to suffer for you. Every time they check their phone and see nothing from you, it stings. Every time they refresh your social media and find no sad posts, it unsettles them. Every time they try to provoke you with indirect posts and you don't react, they start to crumble. And suddenly, the question in their mind is no longer, "Are you hurting?" It's, "Do you even need me anymore?" Why silence is more powerful than words? Because it forces them to create the story in their own head. And the thing about the human mind, it always imagines the worst. Maybe you're healing, maybe you're happy, maybe you found someone better. The truth doesn't even matter. What matters is, they now realize the person they thought would always be there isn't waiting anymore. They thought they could break you, but your silence is proving that all they really did was destroy the version of you they once took for granted. The power of silence, changing the game, without saying a word. You are no longer the chaser. You are the one being chased, without lifting a single finger. If you agree, drop a powerful affirmation in the comments right now. My silence is my strength. Because the day you learn to walk away without a fight is the day they finally realize they lost someone they never truly deserved. Reason number 2, the silent stages they must go through. Your silence isn't just something they notice, it's something they feel. Most people don't realize silence doesn't break someone all at once. It doesn't hit like a sudden punch. It's a small crack, spreading, deepening, breaking them in ways they'll never admit. Stage 1. Relief, the illusion of control. At first they feel relieved. They convince themselves you're just giving them space. They tell themselves you're playing games, trying to make them miss you. Their ego whispers, "You'll come back. You always come back." They still think they're in control. They're so sure that any moment now, you'll send that one last text, that one last apology, that one last chance. But what they don't realize is, your silence isn't a pause, it's the final answer. Stage 2. Curiosity and checking. Days pass, then weeks. The message they were so sure would come never arrives. And that's when the checking begins. They start scrolling through your social media. They silently watch your stories. They search for any sign that you're still hurting. A sad quote, a breakup song, a vague post about pain. But the most painful thing they find is nothing at all. No sad posts, no indirect messages, no sign that you're still waiting. Just silence, and that silence starts eating away at them, because the human mind hates the unknown. And when they can't figure out what you're thinking, their own imagination starts whispering terrifying thoughts. Stage 3. Frustration and testing. Now they start to panic. They post old pictures to trigger nostalgia. They write cryptic statuses, hoping you'll react. They show off how happy they are without you. But then, you stay silent. You don't take the bait. You don't react at all. And that drives them crazy, because for the first time, they are the ones feeling powerless. Stage 4. Fear and realization. After curiosity fails, after frustration fades, a new emotion creeps in. Fear. Fear that you're not playing a game. Fear that you've actually moved on. fear that someone else is taking their place. And the truth is, the longer the silence lasts, the worse their mind makes it out to be. At first they thought your silence was weakness, but now it's making them wonder, what if I was the weak one all along? Because if someone truly loved them, how could they let them go so easily? Final stage, regret. And then, regret hits. Every moment they once took for granted plays like a movie they can't turn off. Every time you forgave them. Every time you fought for them. Every time you cried behind closed doors, trying to fix what they broke. And now, you're not there anymore. They will never admit the truth. They will never tell you how much your silence has shattered them. Their pride won't allow it. On the outside, they act like nothing is wrong, but on the inside, they are breaking into 1,000 pieces, and the longer your silence lasts, the deeper their regret grows, until finally, it destroys them completely. The Stoic perspective on silence. The philosopher Epictetus once said, "If you wish to be strong, learn to enjoy being misunderstood." That's exactly what your silence is doing. They mistook your silence for weakness. Meanwhile, you were quietly rebuilding yourself behind closed doors. If you agree, drop an affirmation in the comments. I choose silence because I choose myself. Because remember, the one who stays silent is always the one with the most power. Reason number 3, your silence is reprogramming their mind. Your silence doesn't just hurt them, it changes them. When someone walks away, they expect your pain to revolve around them. They wait for proof that they mattered. They expect to see the hurt. They assume you'll fight for them, chase them, prove that they were irreplaceable. But what they never expect is for you to disappear without a fight. Your silence forces them to rewrite the story. The moment you go silent, the narrative they created about you starts to fall apart. With every second that passes without a message from you, their mind is forced to rewrite everything they once believed. They once thought you were the one who always waited, that you were someone they could lose, but never truly lose forever. But your silence shatters that illusion. Every time they check their phone and see nothing from you, their mind fills in the blanks with thoughts they never wanted to face. Maybe you weren't as weak as they thought. Maybe you never actually chased them, you simply chose them. And now, you've chosen to walk away. Then the real questions start creeping in. Did they ever really have you? Did you ever truly need them? Were they actually special, or just another chapter in your life? The longer you stay silent, the louder these questions become in their mind. And the thing that destroys them isn't the silence itself. It's the fact that they will never know the answers. Your silence forces them to see themselves differently. At this point, your silence is no longer just an empty space. It becomes a mirror. At first, they think you're punishing them, but the truth? You were never trying to hurt them. You were simply showing them what life looks like without your energy feeding their ego. And the more time passes, the more valuable your absence becomes. Every time they reread old conversations, every time they scroll through your pictures, they slowly convince themselves they lost something they will never get back. The Stoic perspective on silence. The philosopher Seneca once said, "The greatest revenge is to be nothing like the one who hurt you." And that's exactly what your silence is proving. You are no longer someone they can manipulate. You are no longer someone who needs explanations. You are no longer someone who needs closure. You are becoming the version of yourself they feared the most. The person who can walk away without looking back. Why silence is so powerful? Because it traps them inside their own mind. They can't argue with silence. They can't block silence. They can't manipulate silence. With every passing second, your silence is reprogramming their mind to see you in a way they never did before. You were the one with the power all along. They were just too blinded by their ego to see it. And by the time they finally break and try to reach out again, you will be someone they can never access again. If you agree, drop an affirmation in the comments. My silence is teaching them what my presence never could. Because the most powerful message you'll ever send is the one they'll never receive. Part 4. How to maintain the power of silence when saying nothing becomes the strongest answer. The hardest part of silence isn't starting, it's staying silent, even when your heart is begging to explain. Your mind craves closure, your ego wants validation, but the moment you break your silence just to prove a point, you hand back your power to the very person who once made you feel powerless. The secret to unshakable silence. The power of silence isn't just in what you don't say, it's in who you become while saying nothing at all. Silence only holds power when you are growing within it. This isn't a time to wait. This is a time to rebuild everything they tried to break. Start working out. Start journaling. Start rediscovering the version of yourself before they convinced you that you weren't enough. Every morning you choose discipline over self-pity. You silently tell them, I am never coming back. Every time you heal a part of yourself they once took for granted, you prove that their absence is no longer your weakness. It's your greatest opportunity for transformation. Don't just disappear. Transform. The most powerful silence isn't the one that makes them think you're angry. It's the silence that forces them to question whether they ever truly understood you at all. Let them see your light without hearing a single word from you. Don't block them. Don't unfollow them. Don't lash out. Let them watch from a distance. Let them silently observe, while you quietly become the version of yourself they never believed you could be without them. Because what will break them the most isn't your silence. It's the life you are building within that silence. The Stoic perspective on silence. The philosopher Zeno once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we speak." Your silence is teaching them a lesson louder than any words ever could. A lesson that you no longer seek validation from someone who couldn't even see your worth when they had you. Every second you stay silent, you are reshaping their mind. You are rewriting the story. You are proving you were the prize all along. The key to unshakable silence. Silence loses its power when you use it as a tool for revenge. But when you use it to pour all your energy back into yourself, it becomes an unstoppable force, because in the end, they won't regret losing you because you went silent. They'll regret losing you because the person you are becoming will never look back at them again. This isn't about making them miss you. This is about becoming so whole within yourself that their regret no longer even matters. This is the version of you they never wanted to meet. And it's the version they will never have access to again. If you agree, drop an affirmation in the comments. My silence is my strength. My transformation is my power. Because the strongest message you'll ever send is the one they'll never hear. Part 5. When will they break? They won't break when they first notice your silence. They will break the moment they realize you are no longer waiting for them. Because your silence isn't a reaction, it's a decision. When does it happen? Not in the first week, not even in the first month. It happens when the version of you who once begged, cried, and fought for them becomes nothing more than a distant memory. a memory they can no longer touch. At first, they will tell themselves, "You're playing a game. You're trying to punish them." But silence doesn't break a person all at once. It slowly dismantles them, piece by piece, as reality replaces the illusions their ego created. And then, one night, they will scroll through old messages. They will search for the person you used to be. They will replay conversations where you once begged them to stay. And suddenly the question they can't escape is, why would someone who gave me countless chances suddenly give me none at all? That's when they will break, because they will finally understand the truth. You're not angry. You're not bitter. You didn't block them to prove a point. You're not posting sad quotes to get their attention. You're not trying to make them jealous or hope for a reunion. You simply disappeared. The haunting truth. Nothing haunts the human mind more than someone who could have given them everything, but chooses to give them nothing at all. Some will break in a few weeks, others will break in a few months. The timeline doesn't matter, because the longer it takes, the heavier their regret will become. And when they finally break, when they finally reach out, what will destroy them the most isn't your silence. It's the version of you they now have to face. Who will they find when they return? They will look for the person who once needed their apology, but instead, they will find someone who no longer cares to hear it. They will search for the person who waited for closure, but instead, they will find someone who realized losing them was the best thing that ever happened. They will hope to find the version of you who used to answer on the first ring. But what they will never understand is this: your silence didn't just hurt them, it rebuilt you. The strongest response is no response. Not because you want to hurt them, not because you want revenge, but because the person they once broke no longer exists. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to not be like your enemy." Your silence isn't revenge, it's evolution. Your silence is not a punishment, it's protection. Every second you stay silent, you are breaking the cycle of proving your worth to someone who never intended to see it. So let them wonder, let them regret, let them feel your absence, because your silence is the loudest message you will ever send. If you choose yourself over someone who never appreciated you, comment below, "I choose myself." Because the moment you truly choose yourself is the moment they lose you forever. Silence is not just a reaction, it's a choice, and that is the greatest power a person can hold. In life, we often feel the need to explain ourselves, to defend our worth, to seek validation from those who never truly saw us. But the truth is, a person's value isn't in how hard they try to prove their importance. It's in how firmly they stand, even when no one acknowledges them. Silence is not a game, it's a boundary. I believe silence is not a mind game. It is not manipulation. It is not a trick to control emotions. Silence is the natural boundary of a person who knows their worth. Because if someone truly valued you, they would never put you in a position where you feel the need to stay silent just to protect your dignity. But if they took you for granted, if they assumed you would always wait, then your silence is the loudest statement that they were wrong. The truth about revenge. People often say, the best revenge is living well. But the truth is, revenge isn't necessary at all. Instead of trying to make them regret, focus on yourself. Silence as transformation. Let your silence not just be a rejection, let it be a tool for transformation. Because the moment you stop waiting, the moment you stop needing explanations, the moment you stop seeking validation, that is the moment you truly win. Not because they finally realize your worth, but because you have known your worth all along.